Stacker 2 title shot, but few having the skill, fortitude, and luck to make it this far. Friends and teammates have helped the two remaining championship contenders. Earl Pearson has had his posse push him to the brink of the title, while Jimmy Mars has run down the yellow brick road with his own entourage. Tonight it could be all but settled at the Stacker 2 shootout. Will Pearson prevail, or will Mars make up ground?
It's time to get down. Get dirty.
It's a tradition over a decade long. Dixie Speedway hosting the Stacker 2 shootout. Hi, everybody. Mark Allen, Kenny Wallace, and Buddy Long trackside, ready to bring you the second-to-last race of the 2004 Stacker 2 season. And Earl Pearson Jr. is in position to all but clinch the championship tonight after this 50-lap feature. Brian Burkhofer basically out of the hunt now. Donnie Moran is a long shot. And here's how it sets up. If Earl Pearson Jr. finishes basically 5 spots ahead of Jimmy Mars, all he has to do is start the season finale at Knoxville Raceway to win the title. Jimmy Mars needs all the help he can get. And a few moments ago, we talked with him about what's left of his title shot.
Definitely looking out to see if he breaks or if anything happens to him. I hate to wish anybody bad luck, but I need some bad luck on his part right now, or he needs to have the bad luck. So otherwise, I think we're secured pretty much in second place in points.
I'm watching him really close. You know, he's really a great driver, real good person to be around. But he's going to be awful strong these last 2 races. He runs good here, and I'm sure he'll run good over in Knoxville. But if we can just maintain and hopefully qualify good, run good in the heat race, and get ourselves into the dash and, you know, pick up some points where we can and probably finish in the top 5, you know, both these feature events, I think we got a good shot at it. This Lucas Oil team's been really good all year, but it's on. You know, I'm watching very close.
Well, here's the format for tonight's races: 6 heat races, 3 B mains, the YJ Stinger Dash, and of course the 50-lap feature.
Highlights of those 6 heat races and 3 B mains coming your way next. Shannon Babb, the Ringer's Glove Fast qualifier, among the 97 drivers who took time. No small feat to be the fastest of the fast. That earned Babb a pole for the front row. Highlights of these 6 heat races: they were 15 laps apiece, and the top 3 transferred to the feature. On the outside of the front row, the 88W Wendell Wallace, a past shootout champion.
One thing you'll notice right away about Dixie Speedway: no cushion, real dry, slick racetrack, red clay, and they're 3 wide as we enter turn 3.
And the question is going to be, how fast can everybody find the fast way around this speedway? Will it be multiple groove, or will it be more single groove?
We sure have been seeing a lot out of this guy, Shannon Babb. He ran real good at Peebly as he heads into turn 3 and leads the first heat race.
A little bit further back in the pack, outside of the transfer position, Don O'Neill, last year's race winner, having trouble getting his car sorted out.
Here's O'Neill. He's in the wall. The real deal. Don O'Neill looking for a cushion. No cushion as he looks down to get back in line and get going.
But Don O'Neill unable to transfer to the feature through the heat race. A little bit further back again, just outside the transfer position, and oh, hang on for dear life, and Stacy Holmes able to do it successfully. On the 15th and final lap of the heat race, Shannon Babb, no problem whatsoever, took the victory to earn a spot in the YJ Stinger Dash and brought Wendell Wallace and Brad Hall with him into the feature. Earl Pearson Jr., he's a man on a mission. He's racing next. We mentioned at the top of the show how Earl Pearson has had some help from some nominal teammates, one of them being Matt Miller, who is starting on the pole for the second heat, and we talked to him earlier how he can help Pearson.
Well, I'm not so sure Earl needs any help. He's had a heck of a year, and obviously we get in a points race here, and he's real tight with Jimmy there, and he just needs to stay out of trouble. So if it means giving him a little extra room on the racetrack, I'll probably do that.
Wow, that's really nice, knowing that you can count on a competitor friend of yours. You know, these guys, they want to outrun each other, but they have to travel with each other every week. So really nice to hear that Matt Miller out of the championship chase, and he can help his friend Earl Pearson Jr.
Maybe so. And also Steve Shaver is part of the Pearson posse, and he's carrying our onboard camera for this second heat. He started on the outside of the second row.
Wow, there's definitely a distinct black area on this racetrack, legendary racetrack here at Dixie, right on the bottom.
And he's trying to work his way into an automatic transfer position. Easier said than done for Shaver. Meanwhile, Pearson took the point.
To come off of turn 2, you see the 68 of Tim Hitt, your 1998 shootout champion. He gets sideways.
And he's also outside the automatic transfer position. Another driver who has solved this track well in the past, but is not able to do it so far. Meanwhile, Shaver to the bottom side of the track, able to get under the 4 of Victor Lee.
Wow, this is great in-car camera work. Shaver looking for that moisture on the bottom. Let's listen up and let's let him get to the bottom here. I just love our in-car camera. You see Earl Pearson Jr. leading. He's also running the bottom. Right now, it looks like the preferred group right on the bottom.
It was the preferred group. He stayed there for the entire heat to win it. And brought Miller and Steve Shaver with him into the feature. Afterward, our buddy Long, who was patrolling the pits tonight, talked with him about that heat win.
Earl Pearson Jr., series-leading 15th heat race win, but more importantly, added points for that heat race win. Tell us about your run.
Yeah, that's what we're after. We're trying to win the points championship for Lucas Oil and all these dumb bits and Ford guys. My crew's worked their butts off all week, and me and Matt Miller started on the front row. He drove me off a clean getting into turn 1, and I rolled him on the outside. And I think Steve Shaver's even in the same heat race as us. And we're all teammates. We travel together, a bunch of good guys, and but in the dash we're gonna try a couple things, see if we can pick up some points in that.
Yeah, right now Earl Pearson trying to grab everything he can as we go green flag for the third heat race.
On the pole for this one was Clint Smith, the past shootout champion and national champion, and behind him, a little bit of excitement. Not much harm and a little bit of a foul. Tyson Harrell went around. That necessitated a full restart. They went to lap 6 in this heat race. This is our chase cam coming off the second corner. Everything is fine, but not for long.
Well, this racetrack is almost like asphalt. As you notice, this red clay here, it's no cushion up top. They can't get a hold of anything, so it's just almost like asphalt racing.
Starting to rubber up just a bit as Smith and Brian Berghofer, the winner at Springfield, raced for second place. It was a good battle, but there was no battle for the point as Jamie Cagle from Clanton, Georgia, able to win the heat, earn a spot in the YJ Stinger Dash, and no matter what, we'll get a good starting spot for the feature. The fourth heat race. Every driver has to hold his breath. There are so many drivers in each one of these heats and only 3 transfer spots. And hang on for dear life, John Gill was on the pole. Just that quick hit back. And look at this, Kenny.
Wow, look at this. 4 wide. Donnie Moran trying to get back down in the groove. Finally, it all happens. The wreck started off of turn 2.
And John Gill from pole to not making the feature. Meanwhile, Darren Miller, second in the Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year standings, was able to capture the point in the early laps and was able to carry it all the way to the checkers to pick up the heat victory. Brought Donnie Moran and Billy Drake with him. And right after that heat, Buddy Long talked to him.
Darren Miller, it looks like you and your crew have been literally thrashing early this afternoon to the 11th hour to get you out on that racetrack, but it looks like you've turned the corner this evening.
Yeah, we had some problems with the power steering in the car there earlier. We actually don't have it fixed yet, so we're still trying to figure out what's going on with that. I mean, it's all right, but the car just steers real hard compared to what I'm used to. Hopefully we can get it fixed. We got a really good car as long as we get that fixed so I can keep up with the car for the whole race.
He's called the Iceman from Elkbound, Wisconsin, Jimmy Mars. He's second in the series points. And when we return, he'll be starring in the 5th heat race.
Are you making 2 mortgage payments? One for...
This has got Jimmy Mars in it. If you're just joining our telecast, he enters the second to last race of the season, 71 points behind Earl Pearson Jr. He has got to have an outstanding run in this heat, if not win it, to keep pace with Pearson and keep his somewhat slim title hopes alive.
Yeah, and if anybody can do it, it could be the Iceman, Jimmy Mars. He's a cool customer. Let's make sure his equipment stays underneath of him as we go green flag.
In the fifth heat race on the pole was Billy Ogle Jr., a past Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year. To his outside, Billy the Kid Moyer, but right on the get-go, they couldn't get through the first and second corners cleanly. A big mess. The first car that went around was Lamar Haygood. Shane Tankersley and Gary McPherson paid the price. And Kenny, let's take a look at that again.
Yeah, you see the restart. Everybody going down here, getting into turn one, wanting to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Slide jobs done on everybody. You see him just lose it right in front of the whole field, and it's just a total melee. Left front into the right front, and broken tie rods, and we have a mess.
And another look. And if you're a driver, what is it like when you see all this mayhem breaking out in front of you?
Well, you know, the situation here is when you're a race car driver, you have to go. You have no choice. So you're hoping everybody's going to do their job. And when somebody spins out like this in front of you, you know, you just got to do your best to miss it. But you have to go on the starts. You just can't wait for nobody, and that's why the wrecks end up happening.
So it was a full restart for the survivors, the same front two rows. Is Haygood able to get through cleanly this time? Yes, he does. But jumping to the point, the 21 of Billy the Kid Moyer.
You know, it's no surprise to see Billy Moyer here. He really likes this racetrack, has a lot of success. Wow, we're 3 wide as we enter turn one.
3 wide at Dixie shouldn't work, and strangely enough, it did. The problem was in front. With Randy Burrows going around and collecting Joe Armistead. 2 laps from the end of this fifth heat, Jimmy Mars just could not get to the front. In the transfer position well enough, but with 6 heat races, he's going to end up starting well back in the field. Billy Moyer, no problems whatsoever up front. Earned a spot in the YJ Stinger Dash, indeed a front row starting spot. Billy Ogle Jr. and Jimmy Mars makes the feature, but Mars will start in the 17th position. The 6th and final heat. Whoever wins this earns the pole for the YJ Stinger Dash. The front row here, Marshall Green and Shane Clanton.
Shane Clanton has got a lot of grip. He's on the high side, but look at it. He's already got a 1-car length lead. This track is really getting shiny right now. As you can see, the lights reflecting off of it. Everybody single file as they go down into turn one.
Looks like the fast way around this track may be more in the middle. As these drivers back beating and banging, trying to find the sweet spot. Not an easy thing to do. A lot of laps already been put down on this racetrack. The 28 of Eddie Carrier. Well back, Frank Ingram, a mechanical problem. And the 2004 track champion did not make the feature. Meanwhile, Clanton, the Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year top contender to this point, brought Marshall Green and Mark Vineyard into the feature. And afterward, he talked with Buddy Long about his run.
Shane Clanton, the last time we spoke, it was a provisional that had to get you in the field at I-55. Tonight, you make sure that doesn't happen. Tell us about that run.
It's good to be here, hometown, home racetrack. I made a lot of laps here. Starting on the outside means a lot here, but hopefully in the dash, I'm on the pole, so hopefully I can win the dash and go on from there.
As we take a look at highlights from the B mains, the last chance to get into the feature, only the top 2 transfer. Tim Hitt had problems in his heat race, has problems here as well, and does not transfer into the feature. But it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Tim Hitt, the Hitman, took her into turn one just a little bit too hard and spun it out.
And that took care of any chances he had to make the feature. And Don O'Neill, here was the real surprise. The real deal, the defending race champion, never figured this track out, never got hooked up, did not transfer to the main event. On the 15th and final lap, only the top 2 transferred in, and they were Victor Lee and Randall Chubb. The second of the 3 B mains, dominated from start to finish by Derek Rainey. Ken Rupp also earned a shot at a big paycheck in the feature. And then the third and final B main,
While we're three wide, this is the transfer battle. These guys, you have to go, make the spot, or go home, and they're doing it everything they can.
A little bit of rubbing. Rubbing is racing in this part of the country on this 3/8 mile speedway. And that's just how physical it got. Lap 12, just 3 laps from the finish. The 23 of Patrick Sheltra, the 58 of Garrett Durrett. They both want the same spot in turn 3, and that did not work.
It appears there's oil on the racetrack. Everybody, they're still spinning out as, oh my gosh! They come into the 58 car and get him one more time.
Garrett Durrett must have thought he had a bullseye painted on his door. As they got down to the final moments of this one, Lamar Haygood, who had trouble in his heat race, is able to earn a shot in the feature with David Payne. So that gets us caught up in all the qualifying races. The YJ Stinger Dash is next.
Whether you drive to the extreme or just to the drive-in, you want the very best care for your ride. At Goodyear Gemini, you get personalized service, upfront pricing, a nationwide limited warranty, and professional service from certified technicians. No wonder the winners go to Goodyear Gemini. For a Gemini retailer near you, call 1-877-GEMINI-1.
Sometimes one more is one too many. Know your limit. For the parts and advice to keep your car running right.
Now through Thursday, Zales is having a store-wide sale with savings throughout the entire store. Like this 5-carat diamond bracelet, just $4.99, our lowest price ever. Quantities are limited. At Zales, the diamond store.
Speed Tuesday. First, tuner transformation. Then, from the track to the infield, the coolest contests and hottest rides. Nopi pushes it all to the max. All new Nopi Tuner Vision. It all begins Tuesday, 7 Eastern, 8 Pacific, only on Speed.
The next thing up on the card for the Stacker 2 Shootout at Dixie Speedway, the YJ Stinger Dash for the 6 heat winners. They'll run 6 laps, and how they finish sets the first 3 rows.
And this is really exciting. I like this concept just for the fact that these guys are the only ones that get a shot to test their cars for the feature, so they really have an advantage. Green flag for the YJ Stinger Dash.
And Jamie Cagle, maybe the one driver not terribly familiar with this, but they're rubbing and racing already into one. Oh, we got a car up against the fence. Jamie Cagle has hit the wall hard right in that first corner. Kenny, let's take another look at what happened.
Let's look at Jamie. Gets down into one here, gets way up in the marbles, almost like asphalt racing, and there is no grip up there.
And he tagged it a ton.
Another view, as you see his right rear up in the marbles, basically the very loose dirt. Just no grip, spins out and hits the wall.
They've got him off the speedway, but it is not going to be a pretty repair for him to get out for the feature. Meanwhile, we're going to try it again. They rubbed the first time. They're rubbing again up front, Clanton and Moyer.
I bet Billy Moyer's saying, why me? We're 2-3 wide. Now they're starting to get single file as they head into turn 3.
Darren Miller and Shannon Babb also did a bit of good old-fashioned rubbing for that 3rd spot.
I tell you, Billy Moyer was doing his best to stay on the outside of Clanton. Clanton just used him up hitting into one. Now we're all single file. These guys are seeing what they have, what adjustments they got to make. Once again, this is the YJ Stinger Dash, and these guys are getting ready for the A-main.
And Earl Pearson Jr., after watching all that rubbing in front of him, may just be sitting back there and saying, hey, I don't want to get in the middle of this and tear up my race car.
Mark Allen, you are exactly right. He is your points leader, doesn't want any of this madness. Isn't going to do anything for him. He knows he can't win the race, so he's feeling the car out right now.
Shane Clanton, this is a local speedway for him, and he's driving like he knows it well. Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year, top contender at this point. is on his way to possibly setting on the pole for the 50-lap feature. He has said so long to Billy Moyer.
Yeah, he's getting tremendous grip. He knows the setup he needs here. Shane Clanton just doing an incredible job. Last lap, as he heads into turn 1, keeping the car very straight. Looks like he's on an asphalt track, not sideways at all. Down into turn 3.
Noticing how that chassis unloads, really rolling to the right.
Lots of grip. See the car's chattering as it comes off the corner. That's all the grip that he has built into it.
So Shane Clanton has earned the pole for the feature. And when we come back, we will set the grid and turn them loose for 50 laps. But what's this? Steve Shaver, our onboard camera. They've got problems with the rear end. We'll check and see if he can make it out for the feature. Last feature of the 2004 Stacker 2 Extreme Dirt Car Series season. Because we're facing a curfew issue. So many race cars here, they've already got the cars rolling for the feature. It will be 50 laps, 26 starters, but because of the condition of the racetrack, it will be single-file restarts, Kenny.
Yes, this track is locking down, rubber buildup, and the outside is treacherous.
Well, Shane Clanton is our pole sitter, and we talked to him just a couple of moments ago.
You are in that #1 spot. How much of an advantage is that to you this evening?
Right now, it seems like a whole bunch. Hopefully, I get to jump on Billy. I know we rubbed in that dash a little bit, but if we get to jump, maybe we'll come out with a win here.
Shane Clanton has yet to go to victory lane in the 2004 season, but he looks like he may be in his best position to do it yet.
Shane Clanton definitely sounds very positive as you see row 2, Darren Miller and Shannon Babb.
Earl Pearson Jr., the series points leader, will start 5th. Alongside of him, a teammate, Matt Miller.
Hey, is that my relative Wendell Wallace? No, it's not, but Donnie Moran's on his outside.
Clint Smith, the past series champion, starts on the inside of the 5th row. Billy Ogle Jr., a past Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year, starts on the inside of the 6th row. Billy Drake, one of the rookie contenders for this year, on the outside of row 7. Berkey, inside of row 8.
Mark Vineyard on his outside. Jimmy Mars, Stacker 2 Chevrolet, starts in the 9th row on his outside. Jamie Cagle, Victor Lee, and Derek Rainey, row 10.
On the 11th row, by virtue of the B-mains, Lamar Haygood and Randall Chupp. Joining them in the feature, Ken Rupp and David Payne.
You just said Chupp and Rupp at the same time.
And Ray Cook and Eddie Carrier Jr. will start provisional on the field. And as we take a look at the points coming into this next-to-last race.
Wow, it's incredibly close, but Earl Pearson Jr. has a chance to put a lock on it with a good run here tonight. Donnie Moran, Burke Hoffer, Steve Shaver round out the top 5.
And positions 5 through 7 could change before the end of the night, depending on how everybody's luck unfolds. In the Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year chase, Darren Miller, by the way, has tied Shane Clanton, so it is a dead heat coming into this race for the $10,000 Lucas Rookie of the Year bonus. Meanwhile, Jimmy Mars starts 17th, and moments ago, Buddy Long talked to him.
Jimmy Mars, you start 17th tonight. Earl Pearson starts 5th in that battle for the championship. What are your thoughts?
The track's going to be pretty hard to pass on tonight. Basically, my only chance is a bunch of luck, and Earl's going to have some bad luck, basically, like I've said before here the last couple races, so we'll just have to see what happens.
A long road to hoe. An important story, however, Steve Shaver, his rear end, they are not able to get it fixed in time. He is not on the track for the start of the feature. But here we go for 50 laps. Rookie and title implications are on the line. The green flag is out.
Billy Moyer gives Shane Clanton a little bit of room this time because in the YJ Stinger dash, they ran all over each other as they enter turn 3, single file.
Everybody looking to get to the sweet spot as quickly as they can. The racetrack, the preferred line is narrow, and Babb gets 3rd.
Wow, look at this. If you're going to make a pass right now, you're going to have to really get a shoe opener right now and get really on the bottom.
Or a shoehorn, as the case may be.
That's for darn sure. We're 3 and 4 wide, though, here.
Shane Clanton, the winner of the dash, parlays that's a good advantage, gets the point. It has already opened up a nice little cushion over 2nd place. Meanwhile, Jimmy Mars, a side-by-side battle with David Payne, trying to work his way forward. It is going to be a tough job tonight.
You know what Jimmy Mars has ahead of him is a tough job because the track is really slippery, a one-groove track, and he's got to make all the moves he can, but he can't tear the nose off the front of that car.
We'll watch where these drivers are running, see if everybody is in the same spot on the Speedway, and so far they are. It looks like they're running the middle groove, Kenny.
Yeah, the middle groove is the preferred groove. It's called lockdown. It means all the rubber off these cars are in that one area, and there's supreme grip right in that area of the racetrack.
Darren Miller tied with Shane Clanton for the Lucas Rookie of the Year chase, running solidly in the top 5. Behind him, the man everybody is watching, Earl Pearson Jr., the championship leader. If he can keep his nose clean, he can all but wrap up the title tonight.
You see Matt Miller's car shaking right there. That's because of the rubber buildup. Right now, he's getting all this grip, and the car just goes to shaking because it has all this forward bite, side bite. The car just gets to rattling around.
Wendell Wallace has won here before, as has Clint Smith. There's Donnie Moran, was in the title hunt for so long, but had consecutive poor races and just kind of lost the momentum toward the latter half of the season.
Marshall Green, his car green at the same time. We're already into some lap traffic as Shane Clanton goes by.
Shane Clanton sitting 7th in the series points, having a standout rookie season. Has a variety of top 5 finishes, but has not been able to move that performance to a winner's circle yet.
Derek Rainey goes down the back straightaway as he enters turn 3. Good-looking car.
And these drivers are all pretty much running the same line, all looking for the same spot on the Speedway. But there's a good shot of how far back Jimmy Mars is. A ton of work yet to do. But we still got a long way to go here as Shannon Babb and Billy Moyer putting on a pretty good battle for second place.
Well, they sure are. You know, the cars look the same, but yet Billy Moyer has flames on the front hood of his car. These are 2 teammates as they come off of turn 4 right now. Looks like they're drafting at Daytona. They're in each other's tire tracks. They know the preferred groove as they head down the back straightaway.
Shane Clanton has no two-way radio, doesn't have a rear-view mirror, so has no sense of how close or how far away his pursuers may be. We're clean, we're green at Dixie. So far, Shane Clanton is living larger than life.
Hey, sweet thing, need a boost of energy? Try some YJ Stinger. Hey, slugger, need to improve your performance? Take a swing with the Sting. Pounding punch, enraged raspberry, or sinful citrus. No metals or medicine aftertaste. You're going to feel the Sting.
This pounded punch is a grand slam.
And this sugar-free enraged raspberry is delicious.
YJ Stinger made by Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. Catch the buzz.
Feel the Sting. You are the man.
You want to know what's on Speed? Go to SpeedTV.com. You click right here where it says Now Showing on Speed. Then you get info on the shows you want to know more about. It's simple.
My name is Jess Gessner. I lost 115 pounds with Bowflex. I was 25 years old. I was 310 pounds. I had a 44-inch waist. Looking back at how big I was then, it's hard to believe that I look good as I feel I look now.
If you want great results like Jess, then call for a free video or DVD from Bowflex. And now, through this special offer, you can own the new Bowflex Extreme with no money down and payments of just $19 a month.
It's empowering. You feel great. You just, like, I can conquer the world because this machine just makes you feel that good and makes you that strong.
The Bowflex Extreme is backed by a 7-year warranty and comes with a 6-week 100% satisfaction guarantee.
I know other guys who ate sandwiches and lost a lot of weight, but I don't see them on TV with their shirt off.
Call us now or visit us online at extremebowflex.com for your free DVD or video. Find out how to get your Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Call now.
We're back at the Stacker 2 Shootout, which so far has been a Shane Clanton benefit. He sat on the pole, has led every lap so far. The championship battle with Earl Pearson Jr., he's got a sizable edge over Jimmy Myers, who is mired well back in the pack.
You know, as we watch Shane Clanton go into turn 1, I cannot tell you what a great field we have here tonight. Almost 100 race cars, but as you watch Shane Clanton, there's great drivers like Billy Moyer, Shannon Babb, Earl Pearson Jr. The list goes on and on. Out of almost 100 cars, the nation's best drivers come to Dixie Speedway because it's such a legendary place, Mark.
And Clanton is trying to add his name to the legend, as yet to go to victory lane this season in the Stacker 2 Series, but is starting to work through slower cars. you're just joining our telecast, Jimmy Mars must finish within 92 points of Earl Pearson Jr. to force Pearson to do more than just start the last race. He really wants Pearson to have to race for the championship. But if he finishes 93 points out, all Earl Pearson has to do at the national finals at Knoxville Raceway is to start. And that race will come up on Speed Channel November 13th. Special time, 2 p.m. It is a 2-hour telecast.
And it will be incredible. Shane Clanton on a rail right now. The best run so far this year is he's leading all the laps. Darren Miller, one of our Rookie of the Years, running in fourth spot, actually starting to run down Shannon Babb and Billy Moyer.
A little bit. Right behind him, Earl Pearson being very careful as he works around slower cars. And this is something he has to pay attention. He just can't ignore the implications of the championship.
And, you know, right now, though, he's sitting in the catbird seat. Let me tell you why. Right behind him is his good friend, Matt Miller, in number 7. I guess Matt Miller saying, hey, buddy, I got your back right now. Earl Pearson Jr. just running along, making sure he keeps his nose clean. As Jimmy Mars has to be the aggressor now. He's got to charge up there.
And, Darren Miller off the Speedway, tied for the Lucas Rookie of the Year points lead. And that will have implications in that rookie chase.
Wow, I cannot tell you. Wow, our leader, Shane Clanton, almost gets into Lamar Haygood, but Darren Miller out of this event, that is a huge turn of events because he and Shane Clanton were fighting for Rookie of the Year.
Well, is he out of the event, or is it possibly a tire going down? We'll get a report from Buddy Long in just a moment. Meanwhile, Clint Smith, who has won a number of races at Dixie, including the Shootout in the past. Donnie Moran, third in the Stacker, 2 points. Trying to work his way forward, but having a difficult time doing it. But Clanton getting into some heavy race traffic.
Boy, that's right, Mark. He's coming up on some great race car drivers. He gets on the inside of Lamar. Gets into Lamar just a little bit right there.
Sending a message saying, I'm faster than you are, get out of the way. But that's not the only car he has to contend with.
And you know what's difficult about dirt racing? These guys don't have mirrors. All they can do is listen. They train themselves to listen to the sound of the motors of the cars behind them. So right now, Lamar has no idea the leaders are breathing down his neck.
Now, some of the crews will have people standing at the entrance to the turns, and they'll use hand signals trying to indicate if there's a car high or low. But beyond that, they're out there all by themselves.
Well, we wonder what happened to Darren Miller. This is not good news. This is oil leading up to Darren Miller's race car.
So Darren Miller, tied for the Lucas Rookie points lead, is going to give up a lot of markers in that important chase tonight. But Shane Clanton, the co-points leader, trying to work around Brian Burkhofer, who is definitely not having a Berkey kind of evening.
But one great sign of a good race car driver is when you know it's not your night, you give way and get the best you can. This is a great race shaping up right now. Shane Clanton, Billy Moyer, and Shannon Babb, 1, 2, 3.
And Brian Burkhofer, who had won 3 of the past 4 races, definitely not hooked up tonight. Shane Clanton catching up to Lamar Haygood once again. Trying to figure out where is the place to pass him, if he can pass him. Wasn't successful a few laps ago.
Shane Clanton getting incredible forward bite up underneath Lamar. Lamar's going to know he's here pretty soon. Shane is good here. This is one of his race tracks. He knows where to pass. Let's see if he sets him up.
So Shane Clanton looking for an opening down at the bottom of turn 3 and 4. Looks like everybody's maybe trying to run a little bit lower than they were in the earliest laps.
Yeah, the group definitely has moved down about a half a car length as you see him. What a great shot right there. That's a speed shot.
Shane Clanton once again taking a look at Lamar Haygood.
And you know, that's a little bit of etiquette in dirt racing. Shane is going to say, hey, look, see my nose, I'm here. As soon as Lamar sees that, he'll let him go.
So Shane Clanton trying to figure out, here we go. And they're pushing up the racetrack. Does that open the door downstairs? Yes, it does. Billy Moyer has taken the lead, and Shannon Babb has come along with him. All of a sudden, Shane Clanton is third place. Contact with Haygood. The caution is out. The yellow flag is out, and I am sure it is for contact between our former race leader and Lamar Haygood.
Well,
yes, it is. Haygood up against the fence in the second corner. 10 seconds of intense racing has brought out our second caution of the evening. And oh, look at this.
Well, I have to tell you, you know, Lamar Haygood just fast enough. Right now, they're verbal match. I see no hand signals going on right now. They're saying, what are you doing? What am I doing? I was leading the race. You should have moved out of my way. But
I doubt that the wording is precisely
here we go.
that.
Here's some hand signals.
And I doubt that they're inviting each other to their Christmas parties. Let's take a look at how the lead changed hands.
Well, this is after about 5 laps of Shane Clanton trying to get underneath Lamar. Lamar running good even though he's getting ready to get lapped. And here come your leaders, Billy Moyer, Shannon Babb. And now Shane Clanton has enough of it, and watch what happens.
Too much to correct, and Haygood goes sliding through our speedy cam up into the fence. And I guess the moral to that story is, don't mess with Clanton. We're going to step away, and when we return, we will tell you where Clanton restarts. You may be surprised.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Sometimes one more is one too many. Know your limit.
What are you doing? I just closed my home equity loan with Ditech.com. I don't need these anymore.
Consolidate debts or pay off credit cards with a home equity loan from Ditech.com. Call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Now through Thursday, Zales is having a store-wide sale with savings throughout the entire store. Like this 5-carat diamond bracelet, just $4.99, our lowest price ever. Quantities are limited. At Zales, the diamond store. In Nevada, all roads lead to adventure, but you still need a guide. Not that guide.
This guide.
Your all-in-one multi-tool for taking on the silver stage, where the possibilities are wide open. Call 1-800-370-2816 right now and get the Nevada Adventure Guide, plus the Nevada Visitor's Guide free.
Awesome.
It has been a wild few moments here at the Stacker 2 Shootout, and let's tell you what all of this means in terms of where everybody restarts. Shane Clanton retains the top spot. The Stacker 2 rules state that all of the field must complete a lap, and if they don't, they revert back to the last green flag lap. So that means Clanton, who did turn Lamar Haygood, still keeps the point, and that could be a huge moment for him.
And, you know, let's make it perfectly clear that that is a normal rule throughout the whole United States. So, no special session here for Shane Clanton. It's basically what happens all across your racetracks throughout the United States.
And Shane Clanton kind of had his fate in his own hands two ways. By moving Lamar Haygood and then by moving him all the way around into the fence.
Yeah, and I think Lamar was kind of surprised. I don't think he just knew it. You know, Shane kept trying to show him his nose, but he just couldn't get the nose up there, so Lamar probably didn't even know he was there.
And Jimmy Mars has really not been able to make much progress forward at all to try to whittle away any points from Earl Pearson Jr. in the Stacker 2 championship chase. And you wonder what Billy Moyer must be thinking. He's not running with the series all that often this year. And all of a sudden, the lead is not.
And this is one of his favorite racetracks. And Billy Moyer comes here just about every year, has won here a lot in the past. And right now, the track is rubbered up. There's one groove. Everybody's beating and banging on each other, trying to get by him. But for the most part, a really good race.
The national finals at Knoxville, Iowa, here on Speed. On November 13th, 2 p.m., a 2-hour telecast. The first time the series has visited there in a number of years. They've got a unique format, and the winner will take home $35,000.
You see Marshall Green and Billy Drake. You know, Billy Drake had a great run at LaSalle earlier this year where he runs second. Right now, him and Marshall Green going at it. The 89 car.
Marshall Green has run off and on with the series over a number of years. Has never had a lot of luck here at Dixie. His race shop isn't that far away, but just not able to solve the track that well, as we've got just 10 circuits to go around this 3/8 mile speedway. The Powder Springs, Georgia driver, Derek Rainey, sitting just ahead of Jimmy Mars, who's trying to hold off Randall Chuck.
And as you said, he is from Powder Springs, Georgia. Jimmy Mars from Elk Mound, Wisconsin, way up north.
The Iceman trying to get hot, but he's going to need a lot of help in these final few laps if he wants to keep his title shot alive against Earl Pearson Jr. But except for those 5 or so laps for Shane Clanton, there really hasn't been much drama for him. He has had it hooked up, and he has checked out.
And you know what? It's nice to see him leading. Him and Darren Miller. Shane Clanton, your number 25 car there, and Darren Miller have been going at it all year long. And he's finally going to get a good win underneath his belt here tonight. Whoa, caution.
Well, maybe not now. Caution just came out. Let's not jump the gun. We've got debris on the track.
Drama.
You're right, Kenny. That's going to set up a much more dramatic finish than we might have had otherwise. Finishing the national championship just by starting the season finale. He's doing all he can. And in a side-by-side comparison between Pearson and Mars, they've been remarkably even all season.
Boy, they sure have. And I looked back the last week at Springfield, Illinois, where Jimmy Mars had a problem that cost him to drop out of the race.
Well, Buddy Long is with our most recent retiree, Ray Cook.
Ray Cook, what put you out tonight?
Well, we broke a lift bar underneath the car, and, you know, we just pulled in. I could tell something was wrong.
Basically, what is a fifth bar?
The lift bar is what basically controls the wrap of the rear end, gives us forward traction, and, you know, when it breaks, it just tears up a lot of stuff in the back of the car, a lot of suspension.
So Ray Cook, 10th in the national championship standings, really didn't have much of a chance to move forward the way it's all shaking out, but he's not going to pick up the paycheck he wanted to tonight. But a big paycheck awaits one of these top 3 or 4 drivers. The green flag is back out, and Clanton gets a great jump.
Well, there's no reason to think Shane Clanton is going to make any mistake right now, but if he does, Billy Moyer's right there to pounce on it.
The question is, you can't hit what you can't catch, and I'm not sure Moyer can catch Clanton.
Boy, it sure doesn't look like. Shane Clanton has been dominant all night, has done a great job of driving, except for his little run-in with Lamar Haygood.
Jimmy Mars has only been able to pick up 5 spots tonight. Clanton hasn't had to pick up any. He started on the pole, got into a major incident that brought out a caution that allowed him to stay up front on the restart and using the rule book to his best advantage.
Earl Pearson looking good right now all by himself. He can't ask for any more. Single file, Shane Clanton, 5 laps to go. 2 races going on here. Race for the win, race for the championship, and team cars making sure they stay off of each other. There's Billy Moore and Shannon Babb.
And we wonder if maybe Babb isn't just a little bit quicker, but as narrow a groove as this racetrack is, he just really can't find a way to get around him without rubbing him up.
Well, you just wonder if the money is the same between those guys. Second, third, do they take the same money home even if they switch spots? I'm sure one will get a little bit more, so Shannon Babb's going to try to make the effort.
I guarantee you they are not thinking about that right now. Shane Clanton, who has never been to the winner's circle in the Stacker 2 Series, just needs to get through a few more laps, and that dream will come true.
And boy, this will be a huge victory. Hopefully we're all looking at Babb getting on the inside of Moyer. Shane Clanton trying to win his very first race.
He's got just one more circuit to negotiate. What must be going through his mind as the battle for second stays decent, but it's all about Shane Clanton, who wins for the first time in the Stacker 2 Extreme Dirt Car Series at the Shootout. And when we come back, we will talk to the first-time winner. The official lubricant of the Stacker 2 Extreme Series, and by Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. Shane Clanton did everything necessary and more to pick up his first career victory. Let's go to Buddy Long in the winner's circle.
And there he is, Shane Clanton, holding up the $10,000 check. His first career victory on the Stacker 2 Extreme Dirt Car Series. Shane, congratulations. Your son Ryan in the car a few moments ago. It can't get any sweeter than that.
No, I'm so proud to have my family here in the hometown, in front of home crowd. I know it's got to be feeling great to the crew. We worked our butts off this year, trying to get one of these wins. Finally it come. I mean, I know we qualified 12th, and racetrack being one groove helped out a lot, but I know we pulled away from Warrior. I mean, it feels great.
Very challenging moment there at one time before that caution came out. Looked like Billy had you, but you worked your way back out front.
Yeah, it wouldn't, I mean, the racetrack being one groove, lap cars wouldn't move at all. I followed him for 15 laps, he wouldn't move. And finally I had to move him. That's rubber racing, but some kind of lap cars got to get out of the way.
Shane, express your emotions right now. How sweet is it to win the first one here at Dixie Speedway?
Oh, it feels great. This being in a rookie title, I know Darren had trouble seeing him pull off. So I know we got the lead in our own hands now, so it's up to us to keep it in Knoxville until next week.
Shane Clanton checking in for his first career Stacker 2 Extreme Dirt Car Series event of the season.
And that first victory, oh so sweet. The real story here, Earl Pearson Jr. finishes in the 4th spot, many positions ahead of Jimmy Mars, and we'll tell you what that means in the points chase in just a moment.
Brian Burkhofer in 17th spot. We're used to seeing him up front. Ray Cook, he broke tonight, finishing in 19th. Darren Miller, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, had a problem.
Billy Ogle, past Rookie of the Year, one of the first cars out of tonight's feature. Let's hear from second place, Billy Moyer.
You know, I knew we had 50 laps to go here, and we was side by side sort of going in the corner here for the feature, and I lifted early to let him in, and it looked like a good thing I did because he slid up there. If I'd have been there, we'd have had another collision, and, you know, you bend these bodies in on the left rear, and it gives you a flat left rear. So, anyway, I get back in behind him there, and you know, I was just, it's hard to pass tonight, you know, and when they rubber it up like that, and I was just going to bide my time and wait for the lap cars to come through, and, you know, everything kind of fell into place like what I was hoping it to, you know, when all this took place. And, you know, I got by him there, and I look on the board going down the back straightaway and seeing that Shannon got by him too. So was Team Warriors looking in good shape at that time. And, you know, then I don't know what happened behind me. I guess he turned that guy around or something, and they said the whole field didn't go by or something, you know, I don't know. But
And that is indeed exactly what did happen. The entire field had not completed the lap. But Earl Pearson Jr., he has essentially clinched the title. All he has to do is start the last race, and he's with Buddy.
Earl Pearson with a solid 4th place run tonight, and that really, really did a great job for you as far as this championship is concerned.
Yes, sir. What I'm understanding, you know, we just got to show up at the next race, and we be the champions. But my crew done an awful good job all year. Lucas Oil, I mean, they've been behind us 4 or 5 years. Really great people to work with. Larry Wallace Racing Engines. Done Benson Ford, but my hat's off to my crew. I mean, they've done a great job, and I'm tickled to death. You know, like I say, what I'm understanding, just show up next week, and it's ours. So we're all excited, and we're going to just wait the next week to celebrate.
Realizing that points perspective going to Knoxville, how does that change your perspective going to the event, or does it?
Well, it does a little bit. You know, tonight the track kind of rubbered up one lane, and I kind of just maintained and done my own thing and didn't get myself in trouble, but I'm going to Knoxville and try to win the race now. You know, we got done with the points, and if we can just start the race there, we'll be the champion, so I'm going for $35,000 there.
A more relaxed Earl Pearson as he heads to Knoxville, looking to wrap up that series championship.
Let's give a call to Randall Chupp, the Gemini Auto Care Center's hard charger, who made up the most positions from where he started this evening. And we've already talked about the Lucas Oil Rookie of the Race. It's the race winner, Shane Clanton. But the points, now we know.
Earl Pearson is like a kid at Christmas. When you want something so bad and you get it, you're shocked. I think Earl Pearson realizes now all he has to do is start the race, and he's the champion.
And some of the positions within the top 10 at the season finale might change, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. In the Lucas rookie standings with one event to go, Shane Clanton, by virtue of that victory tonight and Darren Miller's problems, has opened up a sizable margin. Congratulations to Clanton on a tremendous performance tonight, where 97 drivers took time. There was no please and thank you racing at all. And when it got down to the end, it was all about Shane Clanton, the rookie, winning the race. So for Kenny Wallace and Buddy Long, this is Mark Allen. Congratulations to Shane Clanton and to Earl Pearson Jr., who wins the national title just by starting the finale.